If I give you two options of either to study for an hour or to play video games, which one you will choose? Of course, you will choose video games. But why? Why don't you have to force yourself to play video games but to study hard? What's the reason? You might say you feel pleasure, you feel good when you do play video games, but not at study. But what is the reason behind that also? The reason is dopamine. It's such a topic that is very popular on the internet and is searched many times. Now, dopamine is one of the neurotransmitters. Before that, I want to say that what is neurotransmitter? Neurotransmitters are chemical that travels from one neuron to other neuron through small spaces between two neurons called synapses to reach their destination. This way, the two neurons are also connected and signals are sent. Now back to dopamine. What does this do? Now, at a very basic level, dopamine is released when you do activities which are related with pleasure. When you feel pleasure, that means dopamine is released. When it is released, then only you feel pleasure. And secondly, you feel reinforcement of that action, that activity. It means that it strengthens in your mind and motivates you to do that again. Now, dopamine is not only the neurotransmitter that is responsible for pleasure, but there are others also, and they are serotonin, endorphins, and oxytocin. So, based on these evidence, we can say that the main goal or main purpose of the dopamine is to make you to pursue those pleasurable things, reinforcement of those behaviors. Now, the previous examples that I gave make a mental image that dopamine is something not very much good. But I wanna tell you that it's very important for us. Only right amount of dopamine is important for our health. Low or high dopamine levels cause problems to us. First, right amount of dopamine help us in our body functions, in our blood flow, digestion, executive functioning, heart and kidney function, memory focus, mood and emotions, motor control, pain processing, pancreatic function, and insulin regulation, pleasure and reward, sleeping behavior, sleep, stress response. Now, it doesn't end here only. It helps us to feel various feelings, and that are alertness, focus, motivation, happiness. It causes us to desire, want, seek out, and search. These are the functions that we have of releasing right amount of dopamine in the body. Now, what if there is a deficiency or dopamine in our body? When we have deficiency of, then the feelings are reduced alertness, fading, less motivation and enthusiasm, poor coordination, movement difficulties. Now, high concentration of dopamine can be a contributing factor to mania, hallucination and delusion, obesity, addiction, and schizophrenia. Now, on a deficiency of dopamine also causes some health problems like Parkinson's disease, depression, and sometimes psychosis also, and blah blah blah. Now, this is the side of dopamine contributing to our health. Now, if you think that you enjoy the whole day playing games, listening to music, these type of activities. Now, does this release so much dopamine? Does this will cause you health problems? Then the answer is no. The activities which release so much dopamine will cause you problems. Music, playing outside of will not contribute too much such these things. But if there is such an activity which will give too much pleasure than any other activities, and you do it so many times, then that may cause you problems. For example, drugs. Okay, or addiction to something. The best example is social media. You do it so many times, and every time you do, it creates reinforcement to do it again. More pleasure, and because of this, your dopamine levels coming up high, and that is why low dopamine level activities seems boring to you, and then you don't do it. Now, what's the solution? The solution is dopamine detox. Avoid these activities for a limited of time, and after you have completed your goal or work, then you can interact to your pleasurable things or activities, so that you can get your reward, and this way your reward system of your brain will reset and rewire, and these boring tasks will not seem boring at all, because the reinforcement of these activities, these pleasurable activities, is very less. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, smash the like button.